Hello happy people, my name is Dan and today we are going to be playing some more GM48 Game Jam games. These are all centered around the theme of Island and have all been made in 2 days. So let's see what we've got. So up first today we have Isle Sembla, like Assembler, but for islands. It's quite cute, it's quite clever, it's basically like a sort of Tetris shaped puzzles, and every 7 times every 7 pieces you put down, you get to place a village. I wasn't quite sure what was going on first. It's quite a complicated scoring system from what I see. You've got to kind of line things up in a certain way to get extra points, and yeah, I was just having fun. I was just putting my island together. I had no idea there was a score at the end of it. That's kind of one of the things I like about this, is really you can play around with it and make silly little islands, and hey look, there's a score at the end. Or you can learn how the scoring system works and go really all out and make a proper competitor to Bobo, who's I don't think Bobo's a real person. Just make a proper competitive go at it. It's really up to you how you decide to play this game, and I think that's one of the bits I enjoyed about this. I do think sometimes the isles looked a little bit the tile isles, they looked a little bit off when they connected. Like that beach on the top right seemed to just cut off a little bit, but there's so many tiles to try and match them all. It's expected to be a little bit difficult, so it's understandable. But I did enjoy it. I just put all my villages in the same place there, and I was trying to, when I get to the third one, I was trying to put it there too, but it didn't let me put all my villages in the same place, so I ended up putting it on the other side of a river. Logistically, that seems like the most wise place, but I have no idea if that means anything in the actual grand scheme of the things. It's a good game though, I had a lot of fun. So up next we have Advancing of the Archipelagos. And in Advancing of the Archipelagos, you are the magical mystical Swizzly Island, and when you move to the other islands, you kind of connect to them, and you have to put them all into the highlighted shape. But it's easy to muck up, because once you're attached to one island, you do not detach from an island. And what you're seeing now is me shutting the game down and restarting it manually, because it doesn't have a restart button. Oh, why doesn't it have a restart button? You muck up once, and which happens a lot in this game, especially with me. But you muck up like there, for example. I've just attached everything together, and you can't just restart. You've got to close the game down. You've got to wait for it to load. You've got to bring it back up. I mean, game_restart open bracket close bracket. That's 101. If anything, you have that that's one of the first lines you program when you're testing it. Oh dear me, such an opportunity wasted. Anyway, I'm going to stop raging about that, because that aside, this is an interesting puzzle, because you've got to form this little shape, and that was quite easy. I don't know why it took me so long. But yeah, there's a lot to figure out to try and get an island onto each of the highlighted areas. So I think that one thing aside, this could be a really interesting, really fun little puzzler. So overall, good job. But just remember to game restart. Oh, I'm lucky to be alive. There's nothing here except a treasure chest. Will I inspect the chest? Of course I'll inspect the chest. Let's have a look at the chest. This is Text Adventure Island. And in Text Adventure Island, you are on a very small island, and as expected, it's a text adventure. It's really interesting, because I should not try and pry open the safe, because it's apparently sentient and will kill me. Little twist, didn't see that coming. I think this is really clever, because when you actually start it up, on the intro sequence just before it begins, there's a nice little swizzly spinny effect, and then it's like one of those point and click, figure out the mystery kind of thing. So it's not just text prompts. There's seashells, which I'm just looking at now because they glow with unnatural iridescence. I like that word. I can hear sounds. They are coming from a shell. No, they're not. Yes, they are. I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I left the shells, and wandered around the island. I hear birds chirping. And Did you catch that? That is the sound of birds chirping to a very specific tune, which, oh yeah, this is another puzzle. A number that is less, put upside down. I mean, that's got to be 9, so, ta-da! The animation style reminds me of something. It's like some, it's 3D animation, but it's really kind of, it looks all very plasticine, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It looks like it's all sort of handcrafted, and it's all, I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's really interesting though, I really like it. But I remember that bird song, because that would be good for the seashells. So I played the song for them. Beautiful. And then I got a coin, and you get another coin. Now I did crop this next bit out when I was editing, because I stopped recording thinking, oh, this might go on for a while. So I do go up to the chest, and there's a small light puzzle before opening it. But I didn't know how long it was going to go on for. It turns out that light puzzle is the last bit, and there you go. It's a good one. I like it. Short. Oh, there it is, the Swizzly effect. Short and sweet. I think it's a good one. And finally today we have Skyland Online. Now with Skyland Online, what you have to do is you are an island and you are shooting at gemstones and enemies and expanding your base. I think this is a good game, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy it. My only concern is if you hover over those things, it should say, you know, the little things on the bottom where you can build extra land or bulldoze things. I think it should say what they do, because it took me such a long time actually reading some other comments before I realised that bulldozer, I thought it was a tractor. It wasn't. I don't know why. Well, I suppose it can pass for either, but it turns out that's how you destroy things, and that is how you get stone. If you look on the top left, the stone resources at 0. Killing the bots doesn't give you stone, or I don't know if I killed them or if they just vanished. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't get stone for the life of me. And I love the zooming in and out. It's very pretty. The whole game itself, the effects, the shooting, the whole island, the concept, it's all very pretty and it's all nicely done, and it's very technically impressive. The fact that really to be able to, it's all online, and that's where both the most impressive and most difficult part of this review is, because I couldn't see anyone online, and I feel like this game is heavily dependent on having other people online to enjoy it with you. And that's where the issue came from, at least during my play. But I'm sure it is good. It's going to be a lot more fun when there are other people playing. But I recorded my moment when I went back and realised that's what the bulldozer does. That's my I actually named the file ooh, so it's an ooh moment. But that's when I realised that is how I can get stone. So I'm going to make my own fun. So that is just about what we have time for today. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, stick around and I will probably do more.